You wake up every morning with the same quiet feeling that something is wrong. Not with the world, with you. You scroll through your phone, distract yourself, and promise that tomorrow will be different. But it never is. And deep down, you already know why. You are not broken. You are undisciplined. You are letting the weakest version of yourself make every single decision. You call it being tired. You call it needing rest. But what you are really doing is running from the work, from the discomfort, from the version of you that actually demands more. Here is what nobody tells you. The chaos in your life is not happening to you. It is being created by you. Every distraction you choose, every habit you ignore, every moment of weakness you justify, you built this. And somewhere, buried underneath all of that noise, is a person capable of something extraordinary. The question is, will you ever let them out? In this video, you are going to learn 10 Stoic practices that have the power to completely rewire how you think, how you act, and how you show up every single day. These are not motivational quotes. These are weapons, ancient psychological tools used by Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca to conquer their minds and build lives of total clarity and power. And most people who watch this video will nod along and do absolutely nothing. Don't be most people. If you are serious about changing your life, subscribe right now and comment the word Stoic below, because what is coming in the next few minutes will challenge everything you think you know about yourself. Most people won't apply this. The most important practice is coming later in this video, and it will shock you. Number 1. Control what you can. You are exhausted. Not because your life is hard, but because you are spending all of your energy fighting battles you were never meant to fight. You obsess over what people think of you. You lose sleep over situations you cannot change. And every single day, you drain yourself trying to control a world that does not bend to your will. Have you ever noticed how you are always tired, but never actually rested? Listen carefully. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control. The understanding that some things are in your power and some things simply are not. Your opinion, your effort, your response, yours. Everything else, not yours. Stop fighting for control over what was never yours to begin with. That single shift will return more energy to you than any amount of sleep ever could. If this hits you, comment "I take control" below. Number 2. Kill your excuses. You have a list. A mental list of every reason why your life is not where it should be. Your past, your circumstances, your lack of resources, your bad luck. And every single day, you add to that list instead of subtracting from it. Have you ever caught yourself blaming something outside of you for something that started inside of you? This is the trap. Epictetus, a man born into slavery who had absolutely nothing, built one of the greatest philosophical minds in all of human history. He had every reason to be a victim. He chose not to be. Listen carefully. Excuses are not protection. They are a prison. And the worst part? You built the walls yourself. Every excuse you hold on to is a day of your life you will never, ever get back. And here's what most people never realize. The excuse always feels justified in the moment. Number 3. Embrace discomfort. Comfort is killing you. Not slowly, quickly. Every time you choose the easier path, you train your brain to fear the harder one. Every time you skip the work, you make it more likely you will skip it tomorrow. And before long, you are not choosing comfort anymore. Comfort is choosing you. Have you ever realized that the life you want exists entirely on the other side of discomfort? The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship. They slept on hard floors, fasted from food, walked in the cold, not because they had to, but because they refused to be ruled by softness. Listen carefully. Your body wants to stay comfortable. Your destiny requires you to destroy that comfort deliberately and without apology every single day. But here's what most people never realize. Discomfort is not the enemy. It is the training ground. The most important practice is still coming. Number 4, master your morning. How you start your day is how you live your life. That is not a motivational phrase. That is a psychological reality. Most people wake up and immediately surrender to their phone, to their anxiety, to the noise of the world pressing in from every direction. And by 9 in the morning, they have already lost the day before it even began. Have you ever felt like the day was controlling you instead of the other way around? Marcus Aurelius began every morning with a deliberate mental exercise, reminding himself of who he was, what he stood for, and what was required of him that day. Listen carefully. The first hour of your morning is either building the version of you that wins or rehearsing the version of you that loses. Every single morning you choose. If this is waking something up inside you, comment, "I own my morning right now." Number 5, memento mori. Remember your death. You are going to die. Read that again. You are going to die. And every single day that you waste on distraction, on gossip, on scrolling, on settling, is a day you borrowed from the finite amount of time you were given. Most people live like they have forever. They do not. And this is where everything changes. The Stoics kept death close, not to be morbid, but to be awake. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you could leave life right now, and that truth should determine what you do, what you say, and what you think. Listen carefully. Death is not a threat. It is a reminder. A reminder that the life you are building right now, with your daily choices, is the only one you are ever going to get. Stop wasting it on things that do not build you. Number 6, silence the inner critic. There's a voice inside your head that is constantly at war with you. It tells you that you are not smart enough, not disciplined enough, not ready enough. And the more you listen to it, the more power you give it. Have you ever noticed how that voice gets loudest right when you are about to do something that actually matters? But here's what most people never realize. That voice is not the truth. It is a survival mechanism. It was built to keep you safe, not to help you grow. The Stoics called this the ruling faculty, the mind's ability to observe its own thoughts and consciously choose not to obey them. Listen carefully. You are not your thoughts. You are what you choose to do despite them. Every time you act against that voice, you win. If this is hitting deep, comment mind over noise right now. Number 7, practice negative visualization. Imagine losing everything you have right now. Your health, your relationships, your income, your stability, gone. Not as a fear exercise, as a gratitude practice. Most people only appreciate what they have after they lose it. The Stoics refused to wait that long. They deliberately imagined the worst so they could be fully present with what was already in front of them. Have you ever taken for granted the exact things that someone else is on their knees praying for? This is where everything changes. Negative visualization is not pessimism. It is psychological armor. It trains you to stop chasing more and start protecting what already matters deeply. Listen carefully. The man who is genuinely grateful for what he already has is richer than the man who owns everything but truly appreciates nothing. Ignore this and nothing changes. Number 8, act with intention. You are reacting. Every single day, you are reacting to the world around you instead of acting from the values within you. Someone says something, you react. Something goes wrong, you react. Life throws a curveball, you react. And every reaction that is not grounded in intention is a moment you have handed your power to someone else. Have you ever looked back at a decision and realized it was made entirely by your emotion, not your judgment? The Stoics called intentional action living according to reason, choosing your response instead of surrendering to your impulse. Listen carefully. Before you speak, before you act, before you decide, pause. Just 1 second of space between stimulus, and response can be the absolute difference between building your life and quietly destroying it. Drop intentional in the comments if this is reshaping how you think. Number 9. Build unbreakable discipline. Motivation is a lie. There, it had to be said. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings change. Discipline is a decision, and decisions hold. You have been waiting to feel ready, to feel inspired, to feel like doing the work. And that feeling never comes consistently. Most people fail right here. Have you ever let a temporary feeling stop you from doing something you absolutely knew you needed to do? The Stoics did not wait to feel like doing what was right. They did what was right because it was right. Full stop. Listen carefully. Every single time you act without feeling like it, you build a layer of mental armor that no external force can break through. Discipline is not what you do when it is easy. It is what you do when everything inside you is screaming to stop. That is where your real character is forged. Number 10. Amor fati. Love your fate. Everything that has happened to you, the pain, the failure, the loss, the rejection, was not happening to you. It was building you. And here is where most people completely lose. They spend their entire lives resisting what already happened instead of using it as fuel. Have you ever realized that your greatest wound might also be your greatest teacher? The Stoics practiced amor fati, the love of one's fate. Not passive acceptance. Not tolerance. Love. Marcus Aurelius did not merely endure his hardships, he welcomed them as necessary. Listen carefully. The moment you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this making me?" everything in your life begins to shift. Permanently and powerfully. But here's what most people never realize. This final practice changes the power of all the others. You have just walked through 10 practices that the greatest minds in human history used to master themselves and the world around them. But here is the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. You can watch 1,000 videos about Stoicism and still wake up tomorrow making the exact same choices, feeling the exact same emptiness, and building the exact same mediocre version of a life. And that would be a tragedy. Not because you are incapable, you clearly are not, but because you already know what you need to do, and you keep choosing the comfort of not doing it. That has to stop. Right now, today. Here is your identity shift. You are not someone who is trying to get better. You are someone who has decided to be better. And that decision is not made tomorrow morning, not next Monday, not after things settle down. It is made right now in this moment, with the next action you take. The Stoics believed that every single day was a complete life in itself, that you lived and died and were reborn with each sunrise. Which means today is not preparation for your real life. Today is your real life. Everything you have been through, every failure you survived, every moment of pain you are still quietly carrying, all of it was preparing you for a version of yourself you have not yet become. But that version has been waiting. It has been patient. And it is ready. Your life depends on what you do next. Not eventually. Not someday. Right now. If this video hit you, if even one of these practices cracked something open inside you, do not let this moment pass without taking action. Subscribe to this channel right now, because every single week we go deeper into the philosophy and psychology of becoming someone truly powerful. Comment Stoic Warrior below. Let me know you are someone who refuses to stay the same. And do not stop here. Watch the next video on this channel, because what comes next will take everything you learned today and push it even further. Your transformation does not happen in one video, but it can start in one moment. This moment. Let it be now.